When you open your eyes each morning, the weight of the world can press down on you with a sense of gloom, uncertainty, and a future that seems to hold nothing promising. The pressures of life often arrive before you even rise from bed. Discouragement, frustration, and disappointment wait in the shadows, ready to seize your thoughts. But here lies a choice, a moment where you decide the direction of your day. Life will always present opportunities to feel disheartened, to be offended by others' actions, or to be upset by circumstances beyond your control. Yet, every day offers a new beginning, a fresh start to choose a different path. You can decide, today I refuse to let negativity rule my thoughts. I will walk through this day with faith, focusing on what is good. I will cherish my family and count my blessings. I will choose joy over sorrow and gratitude over despair. Getting your mind aligned with positive, faith-filled thoughts is like setting the tone for a beautiful symphony. When you fill your thoughts with hope, victory, and the assurance that better days are ahead, you push away the fog of discouragement and the unrest that can cloud your soul. Instead of lingering on what you lack, the mistakes you've made, or the things that didn't go as planned, remember the promises that have been made to you. As the psalmist wrote in Psalm 23:6, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life." Let this promise be a beacon in your darkest moments, a reminder that divine favor surrounds you. Too often we allow our emotions to determine our mood. We wake up and let our feelings dictate how we approach the day. If we feel sluggish or unmotivated, we drag ourselves through the day, lamenting our responsibilities and dreading the challenges ahead. But in that moment, there lies a choice. Will you let these fleeting feelings to decide the course of your day, or will you take control and declare, "Today, I will be joyful and I will be victorious"? Being proactive about your mindset is key. Instead of waiting for your mood to improve on its own, take a moment to center yourself. Say, "Father, I know this day holds great potential. I am surrounded by your love and favor. I will not allow negativity to dominate my thoughts. I choose to walk in faith, believing that goodness and mercy are with me." It's easy to be swept away by negative emotions because they often require no effort. It takes no energy to be discouraged, to complain, or to dwell on the past. But living a life of victory, a life that reaches its full potential, requires going deeper, past the surface of emotions and into the wellspring of faith. You must choose joy even when it's difficult. You must choose faith even when doubt seems easier. And most importantly, you must choose to start your day with a mindset of victory. This was the practice of many great figures in history who faced overwhelming odds. Consider the example of David, who faced countless battles, betrayals, and personal trials. Despite these challenges, he chose to declare, "This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." Psalm 118:24. David understood that every day is a gift, a precious opportunity to embrace life with joy, no matter the circumstances. When we focus on the blessings we have, rather than the trials we face, we set the tone for the day and for our lives. Each day is a new canvas, waiting to be filled with the colors of your choice. Don't waste this day on self-pity, anger, or regret. Instead, choose to paint it with the vibrant hues of hope, joy, and gratitude. Even when the day seems daunting, when problems arise unexpectedly, or when someone's actions hurt you deeply, remember, you have the power to decide your response. Say to yourself, "No matter what comes, I will rejoice, I will be glad." One of the great poets, John Milton, in his epic Paradise Lost, writes, "The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven." Milton reminds us that our internal world, our thoughts, and our mindset have immense power. Whether we find joy or despair in our circumstances depends largely on how we choose to perceive them. Think about the days you've lost to negative emotions, days wasted in anger, trying to solve problems that were never yours to solve. Every day is a gift, and it's up to you to make each one count. When discouragement knocks on your door, respond with joy. When self-pity tries to take root, answer with gladness. When sadness and lack of passion threaten to take over, stand firm and declare, "You do not control my life. I may feel you, but you do not define my future." God desires for you to live in joy. Contrary to what some may believe, God does not wish for your life to be filled with constant stress, anxiety, and fear. His plan is for you to experience joy even amid challenges. The prophet Nehemiah understood this when he proclaimed, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." Joy is not just a fleeting emotion, it is a source of strength that sustains you through life's storms. Every morning brings a fresh start, a new opportunity to embrace the joy that God has placed before you. But along with joy, other emotions may greet you at dawn: guilt for past mistakes, bitterness for wrongs done to you, discouragement about the future. The enemy wants these to take root, but you have the choice to reject them. Choose joy instead. Choose to believe in the promises that have been made to you, and watch how your day transforms. Negative emotions are easy to cling to because they don't require effort. They feed off of surface-level reactions, off of the here and now. But living a life that reaches its full potential requires you to dig deeper, to choose joy over despair, faith over fear, and hope over doubt. Start each day with God at the center of your thoughts, and let that guide you through whatever comes your way. I am reminded of the poem Invictus by William Ernest Henley, which captures the essence of resilience in the face of adversity. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be. For my unconquerable soul, in the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud under the bludgeonings of chance. My head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Like the poet, let us face each day with a sense of determination and resilience. Before you even rise from bed, decide that today will be a day of victory. Set the tone for your day by focusing on God's promises and the joy that He has in store for you. In the end, you may not control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond. You can choose joy, faith, and gratitude. You can choose to live each day to the fullest, no matter the challenges. And by doing so, you will find that each day indeed is a gift, a day to rejoice and be glad in.